Are they saying that he should have never even been touching her? Because I didn't see domestic abuse or domestic violence in that scene. Did you?
I did not. I seen her putting on a show, her and her friend. I think her friend made it more dramatic, hollering, Mr. Tigger, don't touch her. And you see him, he like, I just want my phone standing over. It's just...
Have a rebuttal. At what point does concern become body shaming?
Are people really concerned if they keep I just feel like people it's so quick to put out the negative over the positive.
This may be the most serious topic today. Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells died under circumstances that have sparked public protests and widespread online speculation. His family is demanding a thorough investigation. At the same time, social media, including TikTok, has circulated theories claiming his death may have been connected to a so-called Klan initiation ritual. As of now, authorities have not confirmed those claims, calling him a male accuser, who claims to have submitted more than 100 pages of text messages and direct messages as part of a sexual assault case. The existence of those communications has fueled online speculations about Diggs' sexuality, but allegations and messages alone do not establish anyone's sexual orientation or prove criminal conduct. Why do people immediately equate allegations with someone's sexuality? Today we're separating facts from internet rumors. Some of these stories are confirmed, some are allegations, and some are simply questions the internet is asking. Our goal isn't to convict anyone. We're discussing what these stories reveal about celebrity culture and how quickly public opinion forms. Straight to the Big Tigger. Legendary radio personality Big Tigger has found himself at the center of a serious allegation. His estranged wife was reportedly arrested earlier this year on an outstanding warrant connected to a 2019 child kidnapping case involving their daughter. Around the same time, allegations of domestic abuse involving Tigger have surfaced publicly, and authorities have reportedly been investigating aspects of the dispute. The facts are still developing, and not every allegation has been proven. What do we know about the Big Tigger situation after the video? What did you think about the video? Did you think that Big Tigger domestic abused his wife?
Absolutely not.
And what?
Because I've been in domestic disputes or in domestic violence, and it did not consist of what I saw in the video. I didn't see where he put his hands on her. I did see him trying to get his phone back, but he wasn't too aggressive or anything. Where to me, she comes off as a person who she knew what she was doing. I mean, the way she threw herself on the ground. I saw two different videos. I saw the one with the phone where he was trying to get his phone, and I saw the one prior where when she came on there and did the video with her head, cut. And that one looked like she hit her head intentionally. If y'all looked at that one, so she comes off as a person that knew what she was doing. She knew who to have their recording. That person was doing all that loud yelling for what? They wouldn't have did. You should have just grabbed your friend and told her to give him his phone.
Yeah, but we do understand in marriages and relationships that it's not that easy just handing over a phone or something like that. Now, I did consult with my two brothers, and they told me that Tigger should have left. That he said a phone. They said a phone does not mean that much. That you get out of there. He said he should have just got on out of there. She can have the phone. They don't care what's in the phone.
I mean, I agree with the way times are and how things are going. To protect himself, he should have just left. But I just don't think that was domestic violence. I have even been the person to provoke, let's say, take phones or run off and this and that, and actually had hands put on me. You know what I'm saying? That was not that. Not from that one or, run into a door. None of it was domestic.
The first video, the running into the glass door situation, I seen Tigger was touching her, but Tigger did not push her head into the window, causing the cut.
Right.
if I seen the video the right way I did, I ran it back like 3 times. I said, no, that wasn't because at first I was like, no, maybe it was too quick.
Right.
I said it don't look like he done anything. And then to the second video, are they saying that he should have never even been touching her? Because I didn't see domestic abuse or domestic violence in that scene. Did you?
I did not. I seen her putting on the show, her and her friend. I think her friend made it more dramatic, hollering, Mr. Tigger, don't touch her. And you see him, he like, I just want my phone standing over. It just was very more dramatic than abuse, I just think she's a lady with some baggage, with some toxic traits. And she, when you do the research on her, you see where he's not the first person that she's pressed charges for domestic violence. And when you see this type of video and this behavior from her, it makes you wonder, what has she done before? With these other allegations of domestic violence. So it's like she knows what to do to make it look a certain way, to appear a certain way, to get what she wants as the outcome. And you have to be careful with those type of women.
I completely agree with that. Now, me personally, I think in 2026, we need to form new laws. Now, if you can record, I think that you should be either alerting the authorities because like you said, the person was screaming, Mr. Tigger, Mr. Tig, and so they were screaming and wilding out. And so now maybe they had already alerted the authorities before they press record. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I think that you should go to jail as well if you got the videotape from here on out.
Ooh.
Think about it.
I think it would make people mind their own business.
You need to mind your own business.
But some cases, videotapes have helped situations, I hope this is one of the situations where it helps, where they see, okay, he didn't actually abuse her. She did take his property. I don't think he was wrong for wanting his property. I do agree he should have left, but it was a reason. He obviously wanted it. He didn't want his wife to see something in it, or maybe she had already seen it and is trying to finish, the reason she was acting. But that's not, I don't think that's the illegal or any type of law breaking, saying he had something she didn't need to see or he didn't want her to see. So I don't think he did anything wrong. And I think when it comes to video recording, I think it could be a good positive or negative.
It's definitely a positive for Tigger in this particular case. It just seems so nasty to me to be recording this and not doing anything about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't jump in it, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think you should have been there. I think you should have left, or maybe was that somebody's child? I don't know. Anyway, on to the 2019 kidnapping situation with her daughter that basically is just kind of exposing the way she moved off the top. Anyway, what do you know about that situation?
So I watched I listened to him do an interview with someone, and he said that he had been going back and forth with court to her with custody. They were going through a custody battle.
Who was he? Tigger?
No, not Tigger. The child, her oldest child, that's from the 2019 kidnapping father. Okay. That one's not by Mr. Tigger. Okay. So she's been going through this custody battle. He said that once the custody battle, he was rewarded custody, all of a sudden, when she was supposed to drop off the child, she said the child went missing. And she ended up leaving that state. And that's what happened. She left that state, started a new life.
Without the child?
Without the child and everything. Wow. Yeah. And apparently had the child the whole time. I mean, that's what I read according to this new arrest. I want to say they said the child was like 17 or something. And
everything's allegedly.
Allegedly, but it was, that child was in her possession or custody or reach, I guess. That's
crazy work. And then you said other domestic issues with other males have came out of the woodwork to say, hey, this is how she get down. This is not a Mr. Tigger thing.
Yeah, one guy said that she called HR on him and he had started a business and she had tried to run a bit. He was like, man, if he advised anyone to get away from her, like he said he's still traumatized from the time he dated and had to deal with her. Like another girl said her child's father is in prison still today because it violated him. and he had to go back and serve time because she said that he had beat her, you know. So I think when you have these type of allegations on you that follow you, don't get me wrong, I believe people change. I believe people can turn over a new leaf and be different, but this type of woman, and you seeing what she's doing in the videos I saw, she just seemed toxic. She seemed like a type of person I wouldn't want our sons with at all. Please run.
Yeah. And so do they know where the child is to this day?
I think they found the child something. I think they said she's of age. I mean, she's older now and stuff, but I think, and again, this is allegedly because I haven't seen where they actually got a resolution or, you know, the results from it, but I think they said the child was in her possession the whole time.
Now, what about, last question on the Big Tigger situation? Is it worth your reputation and your career? Because we do know that once an allegation is out, you know, especially on a man, just on a man, period, in America. And a black man, my goodness, that's even worse. Okay, nobody's going to work. I mean, no more sponsorships. Is BT going to call him back? We don't know. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Is it worth your career and your reputation that you've built over? I think Mr. Tigger's got to be in his 50s.
No, it wasn't worth it. But I think the sad part is that I feel, and I think most viewers who saw, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He didn't even put his hands on, he didn't punch her, he didn't beat her like she alleged that he did. He didn't put that scar on her head like people wanted to paint that picture. He didn't do anything wrong except for want his phone. And because of that, now his whole career is gone. And I don't think that's right, but it also makes you want to tell our younger viewers, like, I mean, one decision, one wrong woman. I mean, we've seen the downfall of many men going all the way back to biblical days because of the wrong woman. So, you know, you have to be very careful who you choose to be in company with, who you choose to be with and lay with. Because one wrong decision can cause everything to just
whole
be gone.
Career, poof. Yeah, and we will be lifting everybody up in prayer in this situation, especially Big Tigger. We hope he don't lose his career over not domestic abusing her.
Right.
That sounds crazy. All right, I guess we'll do the little side note about Brandy. Brandy's appearance. Fans became concerned after recent photos of Brandy circulated online. Many people commented that she looked different, leading to speculation about her health. However, Brandy has not publicly confirmed a serious illness, and she did have a rebuttal. At what point does concern become body shaming?
Are people really concerned if they keep reposting? I just feel like people it's so quick to put out the negative over the positive. And these days with me, I don't really feed too much into it. And I think people shouldn't because we have AI. And it's so hard. The borderline of looking reality and real is so realistic when it comes to AI. So you never know what's real. And so I think we should be...
I told you it was AI when you tried to show me. I said, that's AI.
I think we should be more careful.
Brandy looked good in real time when she was talking and stuff.
Yeah. She looked like she lost some weight.
Yeah, she lost some weight.
Which is not bad. I mean, for some people, weight look better on them.
I don't want to lose weight at 50. Now at 50, leave me where I'm at.
But I think we need to get into practice instead of so quick to judge or assume or think the worst. And I think I said this before. We need to be like when you see somebody and they look sickly, whether it's AI, whether it's true, especially as believers, we need to pray for these people first. You know, say a quick prayer for them, ask God to lift them. Like, and I'm telling you what I do. I'm not just saying this. I practice what I preach. So, you know, yeah, I shared it with my husband, but I want her the best for Brandy. And I think we be so quick to share negative when it comes to that. But if I had an opinion, and my opinion is I did think Brandy looked a little skinny. And she was already a petite woman anyway. So
now,
yeah.
Now, I think everybody thought that her face was a little sunken. Now, is social media, to your point, because you brought it up, is social media too comfortable diagnosing strangers?
Absolutely.
Because we don't know, Brandy.
We don't know these people to be diagnosing, assuming, or thinking the worst of them. I won't want nobody to see a bad picture of me and just think the worst and diagnose me to like I'm sick and dying.
Yeah, we can care, but a stranger can't diagnose somebody from a picture.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anyway, so we hope Brandy okay and everything. Mm-hmm. You know, we're going to be lifting her up in prayer. Touchy topic, Nolan Wells. Really don't want to do this. This may be the most serious topic today. Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells died under circumstances that have sparked public protests and widespread online speculation. His family is demanding a thorough investigation. At the same time, social media, including TikTok, has circulated theories claiming his death may have been connected to a so-called Klan initiation ritual. As of now, authorities have not confirmed those claims. Now, I said all that to say Nolan Wells is a black kid. I didn't see any other kids of ethnicity around on the Mississippi River or wherever they was at on the water. Did you? Okay, now you showed me later. It was like, look, babe, he got you know what I'm saying? He operate in the culture and look, he with the kids here and this, that, and the third. But I just don't advocate for the little black kids to just be somewhere just without anybody of ethnicity around. For me, that's crazy.
But see, that's the contradiction of the culture. So we have our kids that operate in excellence, right? And when they get to an excellence, we promote them, or it's a prize to go to the all white school, to go to the mostly white and be the most, the only black kid. So when we tell them this is the prize, and we, I don't know, what I'm saying? I'm just going off what I've seen. So it appeared to me that the little young man was doing great. He was an athlete, and maybe the reason he was with these white kids is because now he's going to a school, because that's what it looked like to me, with them. And so now, you want to be a team player. Talk this when you play any sport. You want to be a part of them. You want to create this brotherhood. And so you're going to give them a certain amount of trust. So if my white friends say, hey, let's go on a boat ride, and we already got to play a game and this and that. And I say that because I've been the child that's the only black girl, you know what I'm saying, at the thing and stuff. So it's I get what you're saying. We should tell our kids to be careful, but then it's kind of hard to tell them that, and then they do great, and that's what we promote. We want to send them to the private school. We want to send them to the all white school because it's better, and we say it's better. That's why we got to do better as a culture of creating our own black excellence, having the schools where our excellence is other kids that looks like them go to. There's operating just as well and doing just as great. I think that's where we're dropping the ball at, because we're telling them, hey, do this, and then we only have a handful that gets promoted to over here. And I think the saddest part with this situation is, had it been vice versa, had it been 3 black boys and a little white boy that came up missing, things were already been in motion. Arrests would have been made. There was a picture they said, okay, he stayed behind and we left. But then there was a picture that's circulating showing that the times didn't match what they're saying. You see what I'm saying? Y'all say this, but he was still with y'all at this time, according to this picture. But then these people, got money because, mothers and fathers are judges and lawyers and connections and all this stuff. They are ready to delete it and cleaned everything. So, and again, had it been vice versa, it's just been a whole different story.
Not to take it too far, but before that, they said that all of the kids that are alive, they don't have social medias, and their parents are like judges and lawyers. You know what I'm saying? They got the bag and they get into it in Mississippi. That's what they say. Okay, now, not to take it too far, but to take it too far, I was on the phone with a wonderful lady. She was the principal of R.A. Hubbard High School. And just because she told me that she was the principal there for so long, and even before integration, she worked there, if I'm not mistaken. And so I couldn't help but ask her what she thought about it. And she told me strong, that's identity crisis. To even go out there is identity crisis. I said, was integration good or bad? And she said, the rule number 1 is know thyself. Everyone agrees in life? Everyone agrees, right? Okay. And so she said they took that away. She said integration was, and I'm going to have her on. And you know, we was on the phone for her 70th birthday party. You know, I'm going to go do it. And, you know, we're going to have a wonderful time. And I do want her to come on the show to bust that down intellectually because I just can't do that. You know, I wasn't around before integration. We'll just move forward after saying that. She said identity crisis.
I don't know if it was
to even be out there.
Oh, wow. I don't know. I just seen a lot of pictures with a young man with his peers, the same friends that I saw in the picture were the same friends that was at his mother's house trying to cheer her up since his death. You didn't see any whites in that picture. They are trying to cheer. You only saw the black. So I don't, that's why I say it must have been like it looked like he was playing sports, you know, and maybe he moved to, I don't know I would love to know the background on that. When it comes to segregation, I don't know if it helped or not. I'm too young maybe to remember too much of it, but I will say this. Before segregation, before we were more together. We stuck together. We fought together. We you know, had each other back. We had more businesses, all black, you know, that type of things when I look back at history. And so it makes me wonder that same question, did it help? But we'll move forward.
We're going to have her on a lot lighter note. Praise God. A lot lighter note. Stefon Diggs is facing serious allegations from a male accuser. They're calling him a male accuser, who claims to have submitted more than 100 pages of text messages and direct messages as part of a sexual assault case. The existence of those communications has fueled online speculations about Diggs' sexuality, but allegations and messages alone do not establish anyone's sexual orientation or prove criminal conduct. Why do people immediately equate allegations with someone's sexuality?
I guess it depends on the allegations.
You know what?
Yeah, so that would have a lot to do with your sexuality.
Over 100 pages of text messages back and forth.
I mean, that young man looks suspect to me. I always said it. I think that's why he got all these children. You talking about identity crisis. I think he's having one. Part of him is trying to prove something to himself, like all these different babies he landed with these different women, because he's trying to prove something. He looks very suspect in a lot of pictures. Me, I don't think it's masculine to have a person be posed like this. You know, that's very feminine. I like it. It was cute. I like the person, but that's something I like.
As a woman.
I don't want Major standing, you know, that's not cute to me. That's very suspect. That was very, you know, like I said, suspect. I don't know if it's not attracted to me. And he looks very suspect to me. And I think that's what's going on with him. I get he has the kids and maybe that helps him feel better to be a man, but maybe he really has some other issues and that creeping out, because whatever done in the dark will come to the light. You know, I think this is not his first allegation of this type that's questioning his sexuality.
What happens if allegations prove false? You see?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
What's done in the dark would come to the light, you know. You know,
the other woman, the cook lady, ended up being just a crazy lady who he was busting down. You know what I'm saying? She was really, you know, retarded.
Wasn't there another allegation with a guy? She trained. I don't know the respectful name for the alphabet for that person.
I have not heard of. I have not heard about it.
I just remember seeing something.
And we can't. You know, this is allegedly. Anyway,
yeah, it is.
Especially on that's major, but we don't. You know, we just don't know. I think Cardi got seen at the joint somewhere with one of the players, the football players, from the World Cup or whatever they had going on. I don't know, but.
Nigerian
the Nigerian cat. Yeah, it was so it's weird.
I just think Cardi need to take some time for herself. I know this is a sidebar and it's off topic, but Cardi is a beautiful woman. Of course, she can pull any man. I mean, it's Cardi B. What man will desire to be in her company at whatever, regardless of his motive behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I also think it's important to take time for yourself and to take time to heal. You mean, she just had a beautiful little baby boy that's not even a year old. She got another baby, and all these are very young children, and she moved very quickly. I don't know. Did they finish their divorce? Is Offset? See, we don't even know.
I don't think they're done with the divorce, but she had a wonderful tour.
She is.
Yeah, Mom Donnie crowned her Queen of New York. She's doing a wonderful job. I love both rappers, but she's, I mean, right now it's just her time.
It's her turn.
Just her turn.
She's a beautiful woman. I think she's a great mother. I think she has a great career, but like I said, she hasn't finished her divorce. She was just in a relationship with the suspect dude. You with this other guy, you're being seen with him, and there's nothing wrong with friends, but I do think she needs to sit down somewhere.
So Future's album was whack. That's what they're saying. I wanted to review it. I just didn't make it to it, but everybody was saying it was whack. All on the book. WAP said it was whack, and I mean, he a Future. He absolutely loved Future. Said it was whack. Hey, I'm in the back, bro.
So
and they're saying, even though T.I.'s album didn't sell as many copies as anticipated week one, that it's a classic amongst the 30 and 40 somethings. For me, I did review that album, my favorite album this year. It's not better than Drake album. It's not better than Drake album, but it's my personal favorite album of the year. He done a wonderful job. He's got hit after hit on the album, and he done a wonderful job. Now, Future, I don't know. We'll see. I'll listen to it, but I heard it was whack.
See, I don't know. I can't always go with what people say is whack, because for them to say what they said about T.I., and I absolutely love it, but I'm among the 40 something. So, I'm not big on rap, but I enjoyed his album. I enjoyed Drake's, so people will say different things. There's a lot of albums that you might call whack that we actually love. So I have to do my own review with that one.
Yeah. Now, on our next pod, we was going to talk about, what did you say it was?
Women being too friendly.
Well, see, but I think it was spouses being too friendly.
Spouses.
Because that's a thing among men as well.
Yeah.
With committed relationships. And then, what did you want to say about being too friendly just before we did the pod? Because we got to end this.
I just think sometimes that women be demanding respect and wanting certain things, but then they don't know how to operate and move to receive that. They think because whether it's a spouse or just being single and dating, they think certain behavior is okay, and it's not. It's a lot more I can say on that one.
No, you good.
You have to set your boundaries. This is something that you don't know and you didn't ask me to do, but I have boundaries. So when we got together, I didn't allow certain people I didn't allow late night texting away stuff. I had kids, I have work. Don't disrespect me like that. So I did that for myself and had my own rules. So when I got with you, it automatically came. So if I get inboxes that start, like if I accept a guy friend, it's cool. I feel like how Tammy said, you come in here and you sit down somewhere and just look. But if you get in my inbox and talk about some, hey, beautiful, you're going to get blocked real quick, because it's not only disrespectful to me, it's disrespectful to my husband, And I feel like that's disrespect. And I think a lot of times women think that's cute and they end up texting back. That's what I mean, too friendly as well.
Okay, I'm not going to give an opinion too friendly, but we definitely will be doing the next pod. Do you got anything in closing?
I do not, except be careful. Don't hang around with a bunch of white people. Make sure you're not dating toxic women. Get background checks on them about what they do and walk away if you can.
Wow. Are we consuming news anymore, or are we consuming narratives? How many headlines have you believed that later turned out to be false? Has social media made us too quick to judge? That's major, guys. Well, Evan was an amazing thing.
I know. You got to take that piece out, ma'am.
Yeah.
Take what out?
What you said?
About
don't hang around white folks?
No, I ain't taking that out.
No.
Oh, you going to leave that in there?
Because we was talking about Nolan.
Nolan Wells.
Yeah, be careful hang around a bunch of white folks and you don't own a black. Yeah, you need to be careful. Yeah.
Our angle was identity crisis.
Yeah.
And the rumor from the Klan ritual. Which is with all these white people.
Yeah.
Somebody told him that? Is that what you said? Did somebody say that?
Somebody said that was a Klan initiation ritual. We just got there and had fun with the conspiracy.
I just don't think.
And then catch it. Where was the other black people at?
Why was he the only white black child?
Okay, the white people said, or did the white people say, we thought he had another right?
I don't have no knowledge of the story.
You don't know what Nolan Wells?
I hadn't read up on that because that shit be. That's pissing me off. So I'm listening to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we do this shit, so we got to know a little bit of it.
Okay.
So we looked into it a little bit. Now, is he alive?
I don't know. Is it?
He did.
He did.
Okay, yeah, he did.
Would the story be the same way
They found
if it
him.
was 3 black kids and a white boy at an all black party
Yep.
that came up dead? No, they'd be already arrested.
No, you right. It was
Their mama could have been a judge and a lawyer. That you already been
No,
arrested.
I put ain't right. I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I was just my thing was
Our
when
little
you
black
said,
kids, be careful hanging
be
around,
careful around white people.
all the white people. You don't need to be the all the white person. I'm sorry.